Good morning, Kennedy Dragons, and welcome to the 2022-2023 school year. My name is Mr. Butcher, and I am super excited that you are here today and here for this new school year. My job is to keep you guys safe so you guys can show us how excellent you can be. Hopefully, you've left your average at home or on the bus, and you are ready. Ready means being in the right place at the right time with the right stuff. To have a respectful means treating others the way you want to be treated, and responsible day. Responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort. Speaking of responsibilities, each and every day, our first responsibility is to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and at this school. We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, our school pledge, and doing a moment of silence. Don't worry if you don't know it yet. Just listen and follow along the best you can. In a couple weeks, you will have it, but give it a try. So as we do our pledge, to show respect, what we do is we stop what we're doing. We stand up tall. We put our hand over our hearts like this. We say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride. If you would please stand for the pledge and remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge. I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I will work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be. Please take a moment to reflect silently on your day, your activities, and what you hope to accomplish. Another responsibility we have each and every day is to try to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs. We do this by frequently washing our hands. When we wash our hands, we want to make sure that we are using soap and water if you can. If not, you can always use an alcohol-based hand sanitizers. And we're washing all parts of our hands, the palms of our hands, the backs of our hands, our fingertips, in between our fingers, our wrists, and our thumb. When we wash our hands, we want to do it for at least 20 seconds. Let's model what good hand washing looks like now. Do the palms of your hands. Get the back of your hand. Get the back of your other hand. Get in between your fingertips. Get your one set of fingertips. Get your other set of fingertips. Get your thumb. Get your other thumb. Get your wrist, and get your other wrist. And now your hand should be nice and clean. Okay, now that we've done our pledges, we've done our moment of silence, we've washed our hands, we're ready to start the day with our announcements today. All right, so first thing we do each and every day is recognize students that have birthdays today. Happy birthday to Reagan Rogers, who's 8, Rena Nimbuki, who's 5, Renee Melendez Canales, who's 5, and Tyrus Mercedes, who is 10 years old. Happy birthday to you guys. We'll make sure you get your birthday ribbon. After we do our birthdays, we always tell you what's for lunch today. So what's for lunch? Because you got to make your lunch choice. Chicken sandwich, lettuce, tomato, and pickle, green beans, baked lays, and fruit sherbet. If you do not want chicken sandwich, you can always get peanut butter and jelly, or you can get the yogurt and muffin tray. But make your lunch choice now. All right. Only next thing we need to do is do our morning meeting. Our morning meeting is on the first day of school and the importance of education. Welcome back to Kennedy. Hopefully you had a great summer. Did you know that school is a place that can help your dreams come true? That's right. Why? Well, because it's learning opens your eyes to new ideas, new ways of seeing things, new possibilities. Learning helps you reach your dreams. In Lithuania, they say without learning is without eyes. Without learning, you can't see the great opportunities the world has to offer. You can't see how to make your dreams come true. Dreams like becoming a nurse, an artist, a YouTube star, TikTok dancer, police officer, teacher, or President of the United States. As we begin this brand new school year, let's all make a promise to ourselves and to each other. Let's promise to work hard, have fun, and keep our eyes open to the awesome possibilities that a great education that you're going to get here at Kennedy has to offer. With something to think about, I'm Mr. Butcher. Make today your masterpiece or not. Remember, the choice is yours. We're here for the next 176 days together, and we're here to provide you a safe, loving, fun, but also challenging and creative opportunity. So keep your eyes open. Your teachers are going to ask you to do things that you may not want to do, but they're asking you to do things because it's that opportunity you have to learn. You're going to be good at some of them. You're going to be great at some of them. And you know what? Sometimes it might be really hard and you may not be really good at it. That's okay. That's how you learn. Sometimes when you struggle with things, that's how you get better at things. So keep your eyes open, have a positive attitude, try your best at all times, and do what your teachers ask you to do. You do that, you're going to have a great year. That is all we have for announcements, so please help me.
Me and your teachers keep you safe. That is our job.
And your job is to help us keep you safe.
And you can help us by being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student focused on graduation, you are fully committed to student success. I love you very much. Have a great day. Each day after the morning announcements, I do a read aloud. I do a read aloud for a couple reasons. The first one, I just like reading. The second one, I want to model what good readers do. Good readers read fluently, which means they read the words correctly at a good pace, not too fast, not too slow, and with expression. And the third reason is so you guys can practice what good readers do when they are listening to the story. They make sure that they're listening for the key parts of the story. If it's a fiction book like this, they're looking for the characters, who or what the story's about, the setting, where and when it's taking place, and the sequence of events, what happens first, next, and last. And they're looking for those key details that lead to that. So here's our book for today, Not Your Typical Dragon. The author is Dan Barrell. The author is the person who wrote the words, and the illustrator is Tim Bowers. The illustrator is the person who drew the pictures. Here's the cover of our book, and then here's our title page right here as well. Not Your Typical Dragon. So let's get going. Crispin Blaze was born into a proud family of fire-breathing dragons. Every Blaze breathes fire, explained his father. I breathe fire. Your mom breathes fire. Tomorrow, when you turn 7, you will breathe fire too. So we got a character. We got Crispin, the little dragon, and he's turning 7. We got his dad as well. He's going to breathe fire. The little dragon imagined all the forest that he would burn down. He dreamed of all the castles he would destroy. He also considered boiling water to make tea, but he wasn't going to tell his father that one. The next day, Crispin sat among his family and friends as a big cake was brought to the table. "Who's going to light the candles?" his mother asked. "I will," declared Crispin. He could feel a tingling inside of his tummy, but when he opened up his mouth, fire did not come out. So his birthday comes and he's getting all excited to light the candles, but when he opens his mouth, no fire. That's a problem. What happens next? Whipped cream came out instead. Crispin, his father said, "Dragons breathe fire. What will the neighbors think?" worried his mother. "I love whipped cream," his little sister said. The little dragon was whisked off to the doctor the very next day. "Please fix my son," demanded Crispin's father. "Well, what seems to be the problem?" the doctor asked. Crispin opened his mouth and breathed, but fire did not come out. What do you think came out this time? Band-Aids came out instead. I see," said the doctor gravely. "Dragons should breathe fire," insisted Crispin's father. Well, we were low on Band-Aids, mumbled the nurse. The doctor sent Crispin home with some medicine. He swallowed 2 teaspoons before going to school. It will help you become a real dragon, said his father with a wink. After school, Crispin joined his first fire-breathing practice. One by one, little dragons aimed their fiery breath at stacks of logs until they burst into flames. Crispin stepped up confidently. He could feel the medicine bubbling in his belly, but when he opened his mouth, fire did not come out. What do you think it is? Make a prediction. Marshmallows came out. Were you right? Dragons breathe fire, yelled the coach. Isn't that right, class? The other dragons didn't answer. They were too busy looking for pointy sticks for marshmallow roasting. I guess I'm not a real dragon, Crispin thought. He worried that his family would be disappointed, so he ran away from home. The world could be a scary place for a little dragon who can't breathe fire. Crispin found a dark cave. I'll be a fireless dragon all by myself. I won't bother anyone, and no one will bother me. An hour later, he had a visitor. I'm Sir George, squeaked a skinny, shiny knight. Show yourself, dragon. Crispin shuffled out of the cave. The thin, shiny knight held up his shiny sword. Do your worst, dragon. Crispin opened his mouth, but fire did not come out. What do you think it is? Yep. Soap bubbles came out. Don't you breathe fire, dragon? Crispin shook his head. I can't, Sir George moaned, but my father insists that I fight a fire-breathing dragon. It even says here in my book that your typical dragon breathes fire. I'm not your typical dragon, Crispin explained. Sir George sighed. I can't go home. Me neither, said Crispin, but then he had an idea. Maybe your book could tell us what to do. Of course, Sir George searched through the pages. It says it's probably just your diet. Sir George fed Crispin spicy curry, scorching chili, and blistering salsa. Crispin opened his mouth, but fire did not come out. Red party streamers came out. Well, at least they're the right color, Sir George said kindly. Sir George searched through the book again. Aha! It's probably your attitude. Sir George showed Crispin how to look mean and angry enough to breathe fire. Crispin opened his mouth, but fire did not come out. Teddy bears came out, soft, cuddly teddy bears. Sir George said. We may have taken a step backwards. It's no use. I'm just not your typical dragon, Crispin said. But Sir George was not ready to give up. Aha! The book says you're too stressed. Sir George made Crispin close his eyes while he described a quiet, relaxing day at the ocean. Do you feel calm? Now imagine 100 shiny knights attacking you. Crispin opened his mouth, but fire did not come out. Beach balls came out. Well, that's just plain weird, said Sir George. Secretly, Sir George was glad that Crispin couldn't breathe fire. He liked the little dragon and didn't want to fight him. Crispin liked the shiny knight, too, but he missed his parents. Sir George, it's getting dark. I want to go home. The shiny knight patted him on the back. Don't worry, little dragon. I will take you. Crispin's parents were relieved when he arrived home safely. Sir George was about to say goodbye when he heard a shout. There you are, boy! Why on earth are you playing with a fire-breathing dragon? He's my friend, Father, whispered Sir George. And besides, he doesn't breathe fire. A dragon that doesn't breathe fire? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. The shiny man laughed. Crispin's father stormed out of the house. My son is not silly. He may not breathe fire, but I certainly do. Crispin's father let out a powerful spray of flames. Do your worst, dragon, declared the shiny man. But when the flames scorched the lawn, that's enough, honey, Crispin's mother said. The flames then cinched the fence. You've made your point, dear. Now stop showing off, she scolded. Then the flames ignited the roof. Crispin's father panicked. "I can't stop breathing fire!" "You'll burn down our house," cried his mother. "You'll burn down the whole neighborhood." Dragons came running from all directions. They knew how to start fires, but they didn't know how to stop them. Crispin suddenly felt a tingling in his tummy. He felt a bubbling in his belly. He opened his mouth. Fire didn't come out. What do you think it is? Make a prediction. That's what good readers do. A gush of water came out. Crispin aimed the water at his father's flames. He saved his home, and he even saved the shiny man, who wasn't looking too shiny anymore. "Hooray for Crispin!" everyone shouted. On Crispin's next birthday, there was a big party. Family and friends came from all over the land. Sir George and his family came too. Lots of dragons were dancing. Crispin stood with his mouth wide open. Fire still did not come out. Instead, music came out. "Your son," said old uncle to Crispin's father. "He's not your typical dragon, is he?" "No," replied Crispin's father proudly. "My son is something special." And then he jumped up and danced to Crispin's music too. Not your typical dragon.